Alright, Cryptids, what is going on? It is me, Mississippi Gonzo Grunge, aka Rip Redcorn, and Happy New Year's to everybody. You know, out there just now tuning in, or are you just now subscribed? So, what are we going to talk about today? I don't really know. This is a live commentary. Well, I didn't swing it wide enough. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm driving with a wheel. Finally, after all these years, I'm driving with a wheel. So, no clue where I'm going from, but it looks like to be a Walmart. So, this is going to be a relatively short video. As, you know, as I get this big bird moving. So, you know, how's your days been? You know, got any New Year's resolutions? Do comment that down below. Watch me whip this like a box Chevy. No, don't you hit me. Trying to whip this thing like a box Chevy, and here we are. But anyway, when it comes down to it, you know, some of you might be wondering, you know, like you don't have a New Year's resolution and whatnot. You know, I understand completely, but here's something that you could, you damn cement truck drivers, what a jackass. But, you know, still. You know, you got all that sort of nonsense to deal with. I'm somewhere in Dallas. As you can tell, which, you know, give me a moment. So if you hear anything, you know, if you hear anything going off in the background, that is my phone, as I got, you know, one of my VTuber friends playing in the background, so I can barely hear it. I don't know if the mic picks it up, but, you know, if you hear it, hey, how you doing? But, yeah, let that sink in. I'm friends with VTubers now, which, you know, if you would have told me that years ago, I would have been friends with VTubers or other, you know, stuff like that. I would have thought you was crazy, but, you know, here I am, friends with ASMR girls, VTubers, and other sort of nonsense. Such as it is. But yeah, seeing your New Year's resolutions through to the end. Well, this also does have to correlate with, you know, changing your mindset and all that. So you do have that. You do have to adjust your mindset and everything else. You know, when it comes down to the resolution, you know, weight loss seems to be the big one, and then smoking's like right behind it. You know, let's just say getting in better health. Well, you can't put the stuff down and then expect, you know, to go right back to it. You're just going to make yourself worse, and then you're going to be way worse off than where you were like last year or the year before that. So you do have to give that up in order to move forward. You know, you do have to change your mindset. Because if not, well, that's going to be a big problem in and of itself as well. You know, some people don't like hearing that part, but, you know, it's the God's honest truth. You know, see, that's just the big thing. You know, some progress is better than none at all. You know, if you're losing weight or smoking, you know, if you lost 5 pounds within the first month of starting your resolution, hey, it's still better than nothing. Same with smoking. You stopped smoking for a day, but now here you are up to 30. Of course the withdrawals are going to be kind of assy, but that's beside the point. Go ahead and get this big bird up so I can put this cruise control on. Alright, cruise control's on. That's perfectly fine. I'm going to be glad when they get Louisiana opened for American Truck Simulator, which is what I personally would like to see happen. But yeah, even I got some New Year's resolutions myself. First things first is VR and IRL content, because I don't want this channel to be strictly focused on gaming. As I'm a little bit more than gaming, because back on my old channel I did both. Because when you do IRL content as a gaming format, you know, like your channel set up for gaming and you do some IRL stuff, people get to see what you're really like, you know. Plus that, I would like to do mobile live streaming again. So if I have hit 50 subscribers by this point, in order to do mobile again, you know, I'll try to do that. But what I would really love to do is to get a gaming live stream going. But something tells me that my processor might be the problem, or two, it's how I got all the capture stuff set up. So I might have to adjust it or scale it back to, you know, some sort of thing like that. I know it's going to be over here. I'm going to go ahead and cruise this big bird right on slowly. Yeah, you can hear this thing. This thing, you know, this Logitech G920 is actually a good wheel. That's something else. I want to get like more stuff. You know, I would like to get a wheel for my PS2 and the PS3 that I got. Because, you know, why not? You know, I would like to get a shifter. You know, I got the shifter, as you can hear it. But I would like to get like the actual, you know, the ATS shifter for this wheel that I'm using. Oh, never mind. Well, I was pushing the wrong A button, you know. I got everything set to where I'm using the controller versus the wheel. So it's like I can look using the right analog stick on my new controller versus, you know, doing all this other stuff. Well, I'm about to really lean out. Alright, ain't nothing coming in the blind spot mirror. So now we can get this big bird back up to cruising speed. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff, you know, going into 2025 you're just going to have to let go of. Because if not, well, you're going to be stuck doing the same thing over and over and over again. And nobody wants that. You know, it's like, well, what's a good reason to be, you know, following through on the resolution? Well, do it for yourself. You know, forget everybody else. Do it for yourself. You know, if you got kids, you know, if you're married and you got kids, well, then you do it for yourself in order to be, you know, a better father, husband, you know, if you're, you know, better mother or better wife, you know, whoever hears this. Because, hey, a lot of my fan base has grown up. A lot of them are now, you know, the youngest of them is now, you know, about to graduate high school. And the oldest of them are married, which is shocking to me. That some of my old fan base, I remember watching, that they watched me back when I was 21, and they were in junior high, and now here they are, grown adults. That's wild. You know, some of them have even stated, hey, I feel like a kid again because you're back doing YouTube content. You know, I'm going to try to do more different types of YouTube content. That's my resolution. As I've already lost a fuck ton of weight, and I've also, you know, quit smoking. I stopped vaping, stopped smoking, stopped drinking, and all that sort of nonsense. You know, hey, I might find love this year. Who knows? I've been single for a while. Maybe the right one will show up. You know, maybe being the word. I don't doubt it. But, you know, here's something else. If you try to, you know, manifest it where you want it so bad that it becomes like an idol to you, you're not going to get it. That's just life 101. You're not going to get everything that you want. You know, some people don't like hearing that part. You know, you're not going to get everything you want in life, but you are going to get exactly what you need. You know, there's nothing wrong with getting exactly what you need versus what you want. You know, some of y'all need to change up your mindsets. And this goes back to what I said back 2 videos ago, like this one. The phrase, I am, Do you not realize how powerful that is? As I totally just, well, oh, who cares at this point? It's ATS. This ain't real life. You know, it's like, well, you know, what about a job? Well, be grateful for what you got out in front of you. You know, if a better job comes up and you get it, hey, that's cool. If not, well, guess what? There's always tomorrow. And don't even worry about tomorrow, because, you know, tomorrow, nobody knows what's going to happen. So, you know, you're better off not worrying about it. Some people, they choose to worry about it, and then they go absolutely insane. You know, that's the really big one. It's like, oh yeah, let's worry about tomorrow. Well, you're just going to give yourself ulcers at that point. Alright, I'm trying to get ahead of this bus. Alright, they're turning. I know for a fact they're turning. No, they're not turning. I don't know what that is. Oh, an international truck dealer. Yeah, I need to turn right here anyway. Park these dumpsters. But yeah. That's also the big one, you know, just don't worry about tomorrow. You're just going to give yourself nasty ulcers. Your hair's going to fall out. You're going to gain weight. It's just unnecessary stress. So, I mean, yeah, do follow through with it. You know, there's no sense in, you know, this whole, I might as well not do it because nothing's going to change. Well, at that point, that's just that whole misery loves company. You know, nobody wants to be around miserable people. Not even Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh wants to be around that. And that's sad, that you're so miserable that Eeyore wants nothing to do with you. You know, maybe take a break from social media. It's perfectly fine because, you know, this is by far the only social media I got outside of Discord. You know, I did have a Twitter years ago, but that was a disaster. Alright, so there was a bit of a mishap, so we're going to try this over here. But yeah, you're going to give yourself ulcers and all that sort of nonsense, so you really need to stop. I'm not sure what else to tell you at this point, but, you know, do try to see your New Year's resolutions, you know, through, because you're going to feel better about yourself towards the end of it, because it's like this. Here's something else, though. At the end of the first month, you're really going to look at yourself and be like, wow, I absolutely feel better. You know, you're going to be like, I absolutely feel better. And then in the next month, you're going to feel better than you did that month. Now, you are going to have ups and downs, you know, but that's just life for you. But yeah, as I'm sitting here trying to drive with a wheel, you know, that's beside the point. You know, I wonder what this would be like with a VR headset. So I guess we got that to look forward to. So, that's just what I can tell you, because when I first started, like, taking a New Year's resolution seriously, it went forward. Like, I felt better the next month. Like, that January, I started taking it seriously in 2021. So, I felt terrible, but around February, you know, of 2021, I felt better than I did in January, and then so forth and so forth, and then, you know, that month where I felt terrible, in 3 months, I felt slightly better, and then it just kept going. You know, granted, things would happen. Excuse me. You know, granted, things are going to happen. But, you know, that's life for you. That's an interesting air horn. I'm trying to think, what is this? Oh, this is a Mac. Carrying a Mac 10 and a Mac truck. Alright, so now that I'm back doing this stuff, you know, it's just that, you know, then, you know, like around January of 2022, I was pretty much like, well, you know what, screw it. Okay, so I did not get any sort of penalties. But yeah, around January of 2022 compared to 2021, I was way better. It's like, wow, I have made a complete 180. And then, the same thing happened in 2023. I felt way better about myself then. So the more you put into working on yourself, and like, this is why New Year's resolutions, when you do them, you start feeling better, but you also have to change your mindset. Because if you don't change your mindset, well, it's going to be quite a mess. That's the other thing I can tell you too, is that you do have to change your mindset up, because if not, you're just going to go right back to it, and you're going to be in way worse health than what you are. Whatever you're dealing with, just knock it off. Like I said, this might be the year where I find love. You never know. And I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just one of those guys. I just don't worry about a lot of stuff. And I have been through the ringer quite a few times. But, those type of things happen. Life's just going to throw you curveballs. Well, you're going to get shot at. Life's just going to throw monkey wrenches and everything, so you do have to live with it. If you got trauma this year, hey, if you got trauma, you got to let it go. It ain't no sense in holding on to that trauma. That's not going to help you out either. I said that in the last 2 videos I've uploaded about this subject. You do have to let go of the trauma, because if not, well, you're just going to make yourself worse. You're just going to be an anxiety-riddled mess. And I understand that, trauma's bad, whatever it may be. Trauma can be bad. But it doesn't, but you don't have to stay down at the bottom forever. So what? The past is the past. You can't fix it. You got to go forward. Because if you just stay back, and plus that, you got to go forward. Same with this whole New Year's resolution. If you don't go forward, you're just going to be doing the same thing that you did last year. And you don't want to do that. Please ignore me driving like a jackass all over the road. I know I'm doing way above the speed limit. I'm heading up through somewhere. I have no clue where I'm going. Dad is a cop. Dad is a cop. Okay, so he did not stop me. Now let's just get this back up to, I don't know what button I was pushing, but now that I got the right one pushed, still. But yeah. Don't let things get you down to the dumps. It's not going to be good for you. It's just life. Life is just funny like that. I'm not sure what else you want me to tell you, but you still got to go forward. But to some people, that's kryptonite. That accountability is a kryptonite. I find it funny people talking about, oh, we need accountability, and it's like, okay, take accountability over your own life. Not like that. That's how you know somebody's a massive hypocrite. Probably explains why we got the politicians we got now, because people don't want to take accountability over their nonsense. It's like, hey, you voted for that. You can't get mad because, because of that sort of nonsense. He hates his job, but still, a job's a job. Think about this. A job's a job, but, you still got, you got somewhat in your... Well, this day and age, nobody's really got money to speak of because it's all about to go to hell. But as for me, that's scary. Car coming out of nowhere. But as for me, I'll just keep going how I'm going. If it comes down to throwing bullets, well, then so be it. Like I said, life has a funny way of throwing curveballs at everything. You just got to know how to hit it and send it out of the park. But nobody said it was going to be easy. You know, if you're expecting, you know, easy street, well, that's delusional, and you don't want to be delusional. Because when you're delusional, more things tend to happen. But I think that's all I got to say for now. So, you know, whatever your New Year's resolutions are, do try to see them through. You know, whatever they may be. So, shoot the like button with a grip skidly if you are enjoying it. Please do comment down below. You know, your New Year's resolutions, or, you know, certain games you would like to see me play on this channel. You know, old school games at that. I try to stay away from the modern ones as much as possible. It's riddled with nonsense. But as always, please do smash the subscribe button today and click the notification bell icon for anything. You know, as I said, my New Year's resolution is that I'm going to try to live stream this year with gaming and all that. So then, wherever you are in the world today, tonight, wherever, or it's, you know, January 2nd, or, you know, you're probably discovering this sometime in June or July. You know, don't let life get you down. See your New Year's resolutions through and through. And remember, it's not easy. It ain't supposed to be easy. But you can make it slightly easier. So, have a great day and a balling weekend, and remember, don't do anything stupid, such as what I'm about to do right here.